All right, we'll go ahead and call the Board of Zoning Appeals to order at 5 PM. Roll call.
Mr. Golis,
Here.
Mr. Futich,
Here.
Mr. Andrus,
Here.
Mr. Reed, Chairman Rowe.
Here. All right, can I get approval of the June 28th, 2023 regular meeting minutes?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Mr. Andrus,
Yes.
Mr. Futich,
Yes.
Mr. Golis,
Yes.
Chairman Rowe.
Yes. All right, so before we get started, I'll let everybody know this is a board of 5. Unfortunately, we only have 4 here tonight, so you'll have the decision whether you want your variance to proceed with just a board of 4. With a board of 4, you'll need 3 yes votes for your variance to be accepted. So before I get started, though, anybody that is planning to be speaking for or against the matter, make sure you sign onto the podium. And then when I get to that point of the meeting, just get up and state your name and address, and then we'll go from there. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. Our first waiver is W1700-23, waiver of ordinance 269-2001, section 1153.01D relating to area exceptions. Location is 373 Van Buren Avenue. The applicant is Mark Ecklinger. I was kind of close. All right. For owner Maumee Valley Habitat for Humanity. So before I have you step up, I assume that's you since you corrected me with the name. Before I have you step up, we do have one letter that was submitted. I think it was received today that we're going to have read in for the record. And,
Yes, this letter is from Tom McGinnis. The address is 318 Van Buren. Hello, I'm a 58-year-old resident of the 300 block of Van Buren. This statement is to voice my disapproval of the variance. Trees will be removed. So many have been last over the years. New home will be just that, a new home in established neighborhood, if for a family. Where will the kids play? Near me, they struggle with cars and sometimes somewhere to play. Is this the only available lot? Across from me is a vacant house, large lot. Could this be reused? Thank you for the time.
all right. So with that, I'll go ahead and have you step up to the podium and again, state your name, address, and then give us a little bit more background on your reason for the variance request.
Sure. My name is Mark Ockinger. Business address is 1310 Conant in Maumee. And the reason why we're asking for the variance is because there is a very unfortunate utility pole right at the edge of where the intended driveway is going to be. And we just wanted to shift the house 3 feet closer to Star Avenue so that the utility pole doesn't interfere with the driveway.
I'm assuming engineering has looked at this. No issues.
Yes, engineering and building and zoning have no objections.
Okay. Any questions from the board? All right, anybody else here to speak for or against the matter? Okay, so what I'll do is I'll have you, each one of you individually step up to the podium, state your name, address, and then go ahead and speak for or against the matter. Whoever wants to go first.
My name's Lisa Daly. My address is 350 Van Buren. If you're moving the house, now that we know the house is going towards Star, what are they going to do with the AT&T transformer, whatever you want to call it, that sets on Star Avenue on the half of the hill from the sidewalk? You can't turn onto Van Buren northbound without interference from cars coming at you southbound, especially in the winter, because we don't get snow removal immediate. And you want to then put in a driveway there that you can't see a lot of people coming down the hill, because the hill on that property is quite high. So if you're not driving an SUV, you're not seeing above the hill until you are around the corner. It's a detriment to anybody using an additional driveway there, because they're taking their life into their own hands.
I can tell you that the
driveway
public
facility.
utility, nobody here can speak to that. That's somebody, the utility company will handle that. That'll be addressed in multiple different submissions and plan reviews, city engineering.
We can speak to that. I've been a resident of that corner for 27 years.
I know, but tonight's So what we're here tonight for is a 3-foot variance on the setback of Star Avenue, which you can see on that aerial there. Every other house on that street sits well within that 100-foot setback. So what they're looking for is 3 foot from the 100-foot
You
setback.
want to go back, okay. Well,
Correct.
still, we're concerned about the other two, how, there's property that could be bought up on that street where you could build a house. We've got two in our immediate block that are another snow-loaded winter, and one's roof is gonna fall in. I've called 4 times on the garage and the smell coming out of the duplex on my block from the garbage in, garbage out every 60 days.
You're calling the right people.
Okay.
Building and zoning department is definitely who you want to be talking to about nuisance.
That garage is about to fall down. There is no roof on that garage now, so it's surrounded by 3 walls. There's no garage doors. I've called several times on it. Walked my dog today, and the smell coming from that corner is, you can smell it with your nose, and I'm on the sidewalk.
So this
It's bad.
fine young gentleman over here will be happy to assist you, but
Okay.
yeah, definitely file your complaint with building and zoning on those issues. But again, tonight, we're here for that 3-foot variance request just on the center line of Star Avenue.
So the center line of Star Avenue.
Correct, 100-foot setback.
Okay, so
Right away.
it still affects.
It's a
Right.
setback. Maybe you should explain the purpose of the 100 foot.
Correct. So basically what those are established for is any kind of city, when the city ordinances were developed and the zoning code was written way back when, they're developed to protect the city for any kind of infrastructure that may or may not be improved on that street within there. But if you, I mean, as you can see on that aerial, it's there to protect the city. So that's really, the city engineering, that's why they have reviewed this and said, hey, if we ever foreseen a water line going through or any kind of issue there, we have somewhere to put it. So that, but right,
Speaking of water line, where's their sewage going?
wrong line, wrong issue.
Downhill, right? To Star Avenue?
It's all got to tie into the city municipals, and that'll all be determined. Again, that's not for
Already a
this
problem
board.
with Water overload on the corner that doesn't have a drain. Okay, all right. So I guess all the rest of these questions aren't pertaining to the 3 foot.
I mean, correct. I mean, every one of those houses sit well within the 100-foot setback currently surrounding that neighborhood.
So can I ask some questions about what's gonna be built there? Is it a stick-built house or? a
I mean, you
manufactured
could,
home?
but we're not here for
Irrelevant.
that. We're not.
Okay,
here.
will that come up in another meeting?
No, as
No?
long as they comply with the building code, they're fine.
So, okay.
Thank you. You're good. You're good. Did you sign in by any chance for me? Thank you. All right, so I assume nobody else is here to speak for or against the matter?
Yeah, just a little clarification about what this 100 foot means. All the main trunk roads in the city of Oregon, the city established a 100-foot zone that they don't want any structures, they want say over any structure that comes within 100 feet of any main trunk road in Oregon. For the sole purpose that if they ever wanted to widen the road or put utilities or any kind of infrastructure in, they want to make sure that nothing interferes with their plans. But there are already houses well within that 100-foot zone. So any one of these houses, if they wanted to put an addition on, they would have to come before this board because that addition would be 100 foot closer to the road. So that's all that this 100 foot means. It's the city maintaining its say over 100 foot from the center of all the main roads. Is that about it?
You're good. It's like you deal with it every day.
Yeah.
All right, anybody else with no other questions from the board, then I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept waiver 1700-23.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Mr. Butich,
Yes.
Mr. Golis,
Yes.
Mr. Andrus,
Yes.
Chairman Rowe.
Yes. All right, you are all set. You can follow back up with building and zoning. So with that, we will adjourn the meeting at 5:10 PM. Thank you, everybody.